Well, g'day, flatties and globe defenders. This is Critical Think from Down Under. Today we look at a video from Mitchell from Australia, and he says that this is the Australian black swan. But as it turns out, it's really just a lame duck. And I'll title this video, If Mother Nature Refuses to Flatten the Globe, Then Just Make Stuff Up. This is a video put out by Mitchell from Australia on the globe. Even his picture shows that Australia is on a globe. And what he did, he went down to the beach and he took a bit of a video. Now, my question really is, does it actually look like this every day? Or is the earth only flat on certain days? Don't know how many days he went down the beach, but you can sort of imagine you go down the beach, oh, gee, that's no good. Looks like a globe today. Better come back tomorrow. He come down again and, oh, that's pretty good. Looks flat to me today. I think I can take my video today. Yes, indeed. Why do flatties think that the earth is only flat on certain days? I don't know. Now, maybe Mitchell had to come down a few times because in the end he must have got sick of it. He says, oh, look, this one will do. Looks flat enough to me. But then there's a couple of problems with this particular bit of footage. The first one being that there's a nice little inferior mirage on the surface of the water there. Now, why is this a problem? Well, this is a problem here because flatties like to treat inferior mirages special. Like when they're on the horizon, like they happen to be a curtain that conceals the bottom of a ship or something. But in this case, Mitchell has to make an excuse for this inferior mirage here. Let's hear it.
We can see that there is a mirroring layer below this boat. That's not refraction or a mirage, simply just mirroring.
So that's just mirroring. So it's not refraction or a mirage. Right, got it. How about this one? What do you think about this one, Mitchell?
We can see that there is a mirroring layer below this boat. That's not refraction or a mirage, simply just mirroring.
Oh, yes, that's simply just mirroring. For a moment there I thought you were going to say that that's not mirroring, that's an inferior mirage that hides the bottom of the boat. But you didn't say that. Oh, well, thanks for confirming. The bottom of this boat is over the horizon and is behind the curve. So it's mirroring. Mirror, mirror on the water. Who are the dimmest flatties in the world? Well, it's obvious, Mitchell. You Aussie flatties are the dimmest flatties in the world. And why would I say that? Well, for starters, why don't you take your P900 outside at night and take a star trail? Oh, what you're going to see is not going to work very well on a flat earth. Hey, how about you do that?
It only works on the globe.
Of course. And what about take your P900 down to the beach at sunrise any summer day? Have a look at the direction that the sun's going to rise. Oh, isn't the sun supposed to be like north of the Tropic of Capricorn? Down there, Jarvis Bay, I think, is actually south of the Tropic of Capricorn. Just take your P900 outside at sunrise and check the direction of the sun. And not only that, you can check that the direction of the sun travels after sunrise. Oh, look at that. Now, what do you think about that, Mitchell?
It only works on the globe.
That's right. Now here, what about this? Now, Mitchell says he's spotted the horizon way out there, which he says is way beyond the rocks. Yes, that's right. I think there's a bit of a problem with your horizon there, though, Mitch. Let's have a look. Here's another picture, bit zoomed out. Let's zoom in on this horizon here.
And the horizon still in the distance beyond that boat. The horizon is definitely beyond 7.8 miles.
Oh dear. I think there's a bit of a problem with that horizon. Looks like you found the edge of the flat earth there. Why is there a dip? The horizon across is not flat, mate. Oh, it's a bit of a problem. Now let's have a look at this one.
And the horizon still in the distance beyond that boat. The horizon is definitely beyond 7.8 miles.
Oh, gee, I don't know. It to me looks like some clouds. I don't know that that's a horizon there, Mitchell. And also, a little bit further on you show this boat. But you know, you can't make out anything much really. And there's a couple of problems with this. First of all, here, there's this light on the boat and you can see the reflection of it there. And so considering that that's like cloud there and this is like a reflection, mirroring, remember? That seems to me like the horizon might actually be somewhere around there. Not beyond the rocks as you've said it is, but it's very hard to tell exactly because everything is so blurry. I mean, couldn't you got a better picture? So, highly unlikely that the horizon is beyond those rocks. And there's a few other problems here. So there's no refraction, but hang on a minute. Why is this boat floating in the air? And hang on a minute. This mirror image doesn't quite look right. I mean, that rock behind goes in that direction. You'd expect that the reflection would go this way, but there's something weird going on here, or maybe has something to do with refraction or something, maybe. And then, not only that, look at this. There's that smudge there is a boat. If you watch the video, you'll see that. And then there's the reflected smudge there. But there's another one here, right side up. Oh, I don't know. I really don't understand what's happening there. But I wouldn't use this as a really good example of something with no refraction, because all these weird visual things going on and the clouds in the background. Oh, I think you've been flogging a dead duck there. That's no black swan. Oh, my goodness me. Now, if you want to take a picture, make things crisp and clear so you can easily tell what's going on. Have a look at this. See, you can tell exactly where the horizon is and exactly where the ship isn't. This is how you should be taking pictures at long distance. But you know, the real reason why Aussie flatties are the dimmest of them all is because on the flat earth map, Australia is all the wrong shape. I mean, all you got to do is travel west to east or east to west, anywhere, and you'll get the wrong result. So, a few days ago, I travelled from west to east, from Roma to Chinchilla in southern Western Queensland. Now, the distance on the globe between Roma and Miles is 140k. And then to the next town, to Chinchilla, it ends up being a total of 184. Now, I've got a car that has an odometer that can measure kilometres. So I can drive this and measure this and work out, oh, does it match what we expect on the globe? But first, before we do that, how far is that on the flat earth? If you're living in Australia, you need to know how far is that on a flat earth. Now, this is the flat earth map. Now I hear you say, oh, no, we don't have a map. That's not our flat earth map. Oh, well, I'm sorry to say, yes, indeed, it is your flat earth map. And if it wasn't your flat earth map, then why is it being used in these emergency landing videos? And why is it being used on this flat earth sky clock? You know, I'll tell you why it's being used. Because it's flat, for starters, and every line on there represents the polar coordinates, latitude and longitude. And those ones are accurate. The time zones are accurate. So if you were to go, for instance, look at Brisbane and go there and get your GPS reading, you'd be 27, 150, 253, something like that. And there's the 150 line. It's right there. And there's the 30 line. It's right there. So every GPS coordinate, you go to the place, get the GPS coordinates, they match up with this map here. And this map is flat. But you see the problem with Australia? It's actually quite squashed, really, and it doesn't really look like that. But anyway, we can calculate what the distance between two places is anywhere in Australia using the flat earth map. So let's try and calculate for Roma to Miles to Chinchilla. Now it's very simple trigonometry and Pythagoras theorem, and I've given you all the calculations there for these lat and long. You convert them to x and y and then do a Pythagoras distance. And it comes out Roma to Miles is 318 kilometres on the flat earth map, and Miles to Chinchilla is 100 kilometres on the flat earth map. So what happens when we actually measure? We actually travel this, right? We don't measure this on a map. We drive the distance and measure the distance. Pretty much like walking, but a bit faster. So here we are at Roma, ready to go to Miles, and Miles is 140 kilometres away. And we get to Miles, and what's that? We've travelled 139. That's close enough. What about when we get to Chinchilla? That's 183.9. That's close enough. So we've matched the globe. The distance we've actually travelled matches the globe. So here's our results. Roma to Miles is on the globe 140 kilometres. On the flat earth, it's 318 kilometres. What did we measure it as? 139. And Miles to Chinchilla, 45 kilometres on the globe, 100 kilometres on the flat earth. What did we measure it at? 45 kilometres. How about that? What do you think about that, Mitchell?
It only works on the globe.
Too right. Well, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and pass it on. Thanks very much.